So, what if I told you there's one simple tool in English that lets you talk about, I don't know, scientific facts, your own daily habits, and even the schedules that basically run our world? Well, that tool is the present simple tense, and today we're going to master it together. To get things started, let's play a little game. I'm about to show you three different sentences. Your job, just spot the hidden connection between them. Think you can do it? Let's find out. So, here it is, the big question. Just keep this in the back of your mind as we look at the next few examples. What is the common thread here?
Okay, first up, the Earth goes round the sun. Now, this isn't something that's just happening right now. It was true yesterday, and it's going to be true tomorrow. It's a permanent, universal fact.
Next, we've got this. Nurses look after patients in hospitals. This isn't just about a one-time thing, right? It's the core of what a nurse does. It's a repeated, defining part of their job.
And here's our final clue. The cafe opens at 7:30 in the morning. This is all about a fixed schedule, something that happens like clockwork every day. So, a universal fact, a repeated job, and a daily schedule. Have you figured it out yet? If you guessed that they all use the present simple, you absolutely nailed it. This is exactly what this tense is for. Talking about things that are generally true, like the Earth's orbit, or things that happen over and over again, like a job or a cafe schedule.
Okay, so now that we know what is, let's dig into how we actually build it. It's actually pretty simple, but there is one key rule you absolutely have to remember. Oh, I love this slide. It shows the difference so clearly. Look, on the left, right now, Alex is asleep. He is not driving a bus at this very second. But on the right, what's true in general? He drives a bus. That's his job. That's the power of the present simple. It describes the permanent truth, not the temporary action. All right, here it is. This is the single most important rule of the present simple. It's all about what happens when we talk about just one other person or thing, a he, a she, or an it. We have to add a special little letter to the verb. Let's see how that works. And this slide just lays it all out perfectly. For almost everyone, I, we, you, they, the verb stays the same. I work, you go. Easy. But for that special group, he, she, or it, the verb gets an S or an ES. He works, she goes. Seriously, if you can master this one little rule, you have conquered half the battle. But wait a second, what about questions and negative statements? I mean, we can't just say, he not works. It just sounds wrong, doesn't it? That's because we need to call in some backup. Our super helpful helper verbs, do and does. You should think of this table as your ultimate cheat sheet. Do you see the pattern? For I, you, we, and they, we use do. Where do you come from? But for he, she, and it, that S shows up again, but this time in does. What does this word mean? And the same logic applies to negatives. I don't go, but rice doesn't grow. Once you see that pattern, it's actually pretty simple and consistent. Okay, let's get practical. One of the most common ways we use the present simple every single day is to talk about our routines and our habits. It really is the tense we use to describe our lives.
And these are just some perfect examples. I get up at 8 o'clock every morning. How often do you go to the dentist? Whenever you see words like every, often, usually, or sometimes, it's like a huge flashing sign telling you, hey, use the present simple here.
Okay, before we finish up, I want to show you a really cool, almost magical feature of the present simple. It's for these special verbs where the very act of saying the word is the action. Yeah, they're called performative verbs, and it's such a powerful idea. The word is the deed. When you say one of these verbs in the present simple, you aren't just describing something, you are literally doing it in that exact moment. Just look at these. When you say, I promise, boom, you've just made a promise. When you say, I apologize, you have completed the act of apologizing right there. Same thing with suggesting, agreeing, and refusing. The word is the action. Pretty cool, right? All right, that was a lot to cover. From universal facts all the way to daily routines and even those magic action verbs. So before we wrap this up, let's do a super quick review of the absolute essentials to make sure they stick. So if you remember nothing else from this, remember these three things. Number 1, use the present simple for facts and routines. Got it? 2, always add that S for he, she, and it. Don't forget it. And 3, use do and does to make your questions and your negatives. That's it. That's the heart of the present simple. And now it's your turn to make it real. Think about your own daily routine for a second. What is one thing you do every single day? Answering that one question, just in your head, using the present simple, is the very first step to using this essential tense with total confidence. Thanks for joining me.